Reconnecting. Hello. Wait. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I see Miss Hattie has joined us. Hey, Hattie. I see Keisha. I see one of our special guests is here as well. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. It is that time. Wednesday Night Live is here. I got my Wi-Fi acting right, hopefully. You know, I am so excited for tonight's special guest. They are a part of an industry that I'm very passionate about. So I had to, y'all, if you're seeing this face, don't think this is the regular. I had to come correct because I am getting to meet virtually two incredible women tonight. So we're just gonna wait a little bit, warm up. I see we're here, we're popping. How we doing? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, y'all. How we doing? Where are we tuning in from? Are we leaving work? Are we still working? Hey, and I see another, what's up, Merch Ave? I hope I'm saying that right. You gotta correct me if I'm not, because I want to get your brand right. But yeah, let me know where are we tuning in from? I'm here, greater Seattle area. I'm home. So I'm home. I had a busy but very good day. Finishing up some admin work. I got you. Okay, Merch Ave. Perfect. Awesome. I know, Miss Hattie, you working. You a whole entrepreneur tuning in from Renton. Perfect. Oh my gosh, Keisha, man, you hold it down all the time. I thank you for trusting me to hop on and share space with the people. It's a pleasure, y'all. I hope you know I'm not being cheesy. It is such a joy for me to be on here with y'all. We tuning in from Bellevue. Okay, shout out to Bellevue. I knew he was in Bellevue. I knew he was. Anyone else want to share where they're tuning in from? I'm going to keep rolling. Working towards getting an assistant. Amen. I'm gonna pray for you. Okay. You gonna get that assistant. It's coming soon. We gonna believe, touch and agree virtually right there. Ding, like that. I felt it. All right. Well, tonight's special guest, I'm having two lovely women join me. They are the co-hosts of Fashion Talk Tuesday. Their names are Monika Thornton, I want to make sure I got that, and Miesha Russell. So we're going to give them about 15 minutes or so for us to hop in. And working from Kansas City. Ooh, you tuning in, you traveling. All right. Well, I appreciate you for tuning in from Kansas. To warm up this conversation, to warm us all up, get us, more comfortable with one another. I wanted to talk things about fashion. We're going to be general till we, bring it all in. But I wanted to ask y'all, Hey Black Seattle is all a part about undoing the myth that there are no Black people up here in Seattle, right? So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about fashion in the Pacific Northwest, specifically in Washington, specifically from Seattle to Tacoma, Bellevue, Edmonds? When you hear Seattle fashion, what do you think of? Or Pacific Northwest fashion? I'll give you some time to think. I grew up here, so I think immediately, not saying it's my fashion, but I think of puffer coats. I think of rain jackets. I also think of Clueless. That's one of my favorite things to think about when it comes to Seattle 90s fashion. We were, celebrated for our fashion at one point, which I kind of find funny now that we're kind of overlooked as an area, in my opinion. I also think we are like the thrift vintage, cycle up, like kings and queens and ballers out here. Local fashion is outdoor gear. That's how we wrap it up. Absolutely. To the real DJ Beano. I hope I read that right, y'all. All the words squished together. I get a little confused. Church clothes. I want to hear more about that. Why church clothes and grunge? Yep. Clueless, was known for basically their whole inspiration around that movie was the grunge scene up here. So I love going to Clueless and being like, that's Seattle, because Clueless is celebrated for its looks. People make magic with thrift stores. Magic. Definitely stuck in the 90s in a good way. I think I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say something spicy, y'all. I'd rather be stuck in the 90s than the 2000s. Okay, I said it. I know the Y2K girlies, they love it. They love they flip phones and they bedazzle. But there's something about the 90s that I like a little bit more than the Y2K look. Like, I do love the Y2K look. I'm not saying. I think it's because it's so overdone right now, like really heavily Y2K. I'm kind of like, I'm over it. But that's just me. Baggy clothes, no fear of standing out and being different. Yes, I like my favorite place. I think the most organic, authentic expressions of fashion you'll see up here is if you just hop on Capitol Hill. Okay, you go to Capitol Hill, you're gonna see a spectrum of style. You're gonna see leather. You're also gonna see accessories you didn't know could be made into accessories. I'll leave it at that. But you'll see sequins. You'll see like booty shorts in October and it's cold. Seattle. Okay. I'm seeing some spicy though in the comments. Now the real DJ Bino says Seattle isn't high fashion or Chicago, NYC serious. How we feel about that, chat? You don't think Seattle high fashion? Now I'm gonna say this. I think that's more of an echo of the West Coast than it is Seattle. If we compare coasts with one another, West Coast, we way chiller. We way chiller than most regions, I believe. I think about, I lived in New Orleans for a bit. So when we were going places, we were going out, there was a certain par you had to look. Like I had one Southern belle, she was a doll. She almost had a heart attack because I left the house one day or dorms one day without earrings. She was like, where are you going without your earrings? I was like, girl, we're going to the grocery store. Like, so, I think it is based on your environment. But come on, believe in your power. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. I've stepped out and there have been, so again, high fashion, like unique expressions out here. The one thing I'm going to say about New York, the only critique, now everyone not everyone, but a lot of people are models there. You see shoots. It's more in your face there. The industry, the fashion industry is there. We have New York Fashion Week. It's known for that. But I'm going to be real with you. Individuality, it can get better. Also, I'll say this. I think today's fashion has lost the art of styling and also tailoring. A tailor goes a long way. So, when you're buying clothes, don't overlook a fit. Go to reach out to stylists, reach out to tailors. Like they will accentuate the piece for you in a way that will flatter your body, especially coming from like a woman's perspective. A little bit about me. I used to be a stylist at Anthropology, and our biggest goal for a woman I had women that just went through pregnancy, they just gave birth, they were going back into the workforce, and they're like, I don't know how to dress for my body. And the biggest recommendation we would always make is it is not your body, it is the clothes. We find clothes that accentuate your body. We don't force your body into clothes that aren't going to make you look the best that you can. And we don't really teach that anymore. And I think fast fashion has really gotten in the way of that. I love the rich African print takeover. And then Ube, undeniable. I met her personally. Fire seamstress, African seamstress out here. We do need to get, Keisha, you're so right. We need some black tailors because that is also, that's historical. Black women back in the day, like made their bread off of tailoring, seamstressing, stitching things. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what works for our bodies. And so we have to celebrate that. I also want to shout out a black seamstress, this gorgeous dress that's giving, if I stood up, I would be giving your body. It's from Klo Apparel on IG. Yes, invest in, look up black seamstresses, designers, because they really there's a big difference in investing in pieces that complement your body than just buying trendy fast fashion. It's pricier, but it's so worth it because you bring in a stylist and you can get that one piece and wear it 7 different ways. La Mama's is a great designer in the area. See, I already know I've got the right people that are about to hop on with me today because they dropping gems in the chat already. We need to know the fly boutiques. You're so right, Keisha. And I will say shopping in Seattle is probably very hard. I often have to go online. I love the in-person experience of going into the store, feeling the fabric, also creating those connections with people who are working there because they can look out for you. They know what you like, so they can make the shopping process easier for you. I miss that about shopping. That's the main reason why I go to the mall. I don't always buy when I go to the mall, but I do like making those connections and learning from the women that work in retail because as the few months that I did work at Anthropologie, the amount of training and the amount of knowledge that a lot of women have in retail is crazy. It's really crazy. So I hope that this inspires you to go out to a local store, department store, and find those women that have they got a little seasoning on them and ask them questions, y'all. Cause I was in Nordstrom the other day for like 40 minutes just talking about perfume and I didn't even buy nothing, but they gave samples out just to be like, oh, you should try it. Like that's a part of it. We're supposed to be building connections. Okay. I did want to ask, I think I was just rambling and we was talking and stuff. Other than that, y'all, are there any specific like black-owned brands? We're already doing it, so let's keep it rolling, y'all. Any black-owned brands that we want to shout out that we should look out? Your favorite? Like I'm really trying to look for like black shoe designers. I am really trying my hardest to get away from these mega like merch app. Boom. Yep. We're gonna talk about merch app. We're gonna talk about merch app. I slept. I was asleep. That's what I'll say. Seasons clothing. Okay. Perfect. Jazzy BP 253. Mac Fashion House. Yep. An excellent designer out here. But back to my shoe. If y'all find any shoe designers out here, shoe manufacturers, I'm trying to find those, y'all, because it is hard to find an ethically made shoe out here. Okay, it really is. And no matter the price, like they can be in the thousands and it's still made unethically. And I'm like, then why is it in the thousands? But that's another conversation. I think, are we feeling good, y'all? Are we warmed up? I think we are. I think now we're gonna transition into our interview section of the evening. Just to give y'all a quick intro, I'm bringing on the two co-hosts of Fashion Talk Tuesday. When you can, give them a follow, Fashion Talk Tuesday. And I'm just gonna give y'all a quick intro real quick. Fashion Talk Tuesday is a weekly series dedicated to exploring the world of fashion. Each Tuesday, they dive into style trends, industry news, personal style tips, and inspiring conversations about creativity, culture, and self-expression through fashion. Whether you're a seasoned fashion enthusiast or just curious about the art of style, Fashion Talk Tuesday offers something for everyone. It's more than a show. It is a community-powered space that amplifies underrepresented voices, champions conscious creativity, and fosters meaningful dialogue about identity, innovation, and industry impact. Okay, I'm not gonna now spoil everything. I just had to get it out there because I'm excited. So if Miss Monika and Miss Miesha, if you can request to join this live, they will be joining in from their personal accounts, and we'll get into a little bit of that later why. But as they request, we're gonna welcome them on here. Be patient with me. I got my first request. We're loading. Oh, I have two. Let's see. Except I have both of them. Let's see. All right. I have Monika in the building. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Monica. I
Hi.
have Miss Maisha as well.
Yes.
Hello, ladies. How are y'all doing
Can y'all hear
tonight?
me?
Good. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect, great. I'm putting my headphones so that I can hear myself.
Girl, listen. You guys look beautiful. You guys look beautiful.
You as well. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Listen, baby, I didn't have time to put on nothing good. I'm moving. I'm in the middle of moving right now. So I'm literally like, yeah.
Well, you're giving. Can I say you're giving '90s fine? Okay, you're giving
Listen,
'90s fine. The
I said,
clothes, the
Maisha,
bandana.
girl, I said, what can I do real quick? Because I'm like looking in my closet. I don't have all my good clothes here yet, child. So I said, baby, we gonna throw something together real quick, real quick.
It's thrown and it landed. It landed 10 for 10.
Thank
That's
you.
I'm
Thank
10 for the
you.
board. That's how I feel. That's how
Thank
I
you.
feel. Where are you
Yes.
moving? May I ask? Are you still in the area?
Oh, yeah, I'm up north, more up north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Marcy, you're in Kansas?
So
Monica.
it's
Oh,
Monica.
Monica. My bad. My bad.
It's
Monica.
okay.
Hi,
Everybody
Monica.
says that at first. Thank you. No, I'm traveling for work right now, so I'm in Kansas City, but I do live in the Puyallup, Seattle area. So yes.
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you
okay,
guys.
okay. Well, I do want to get into just a little bit about what y'all do because outside of this incredible platform you have been building from the ground up, you guys do incredible work. So I kind of touched on what Fashion Talk Tuesday is, but can you tell me how this got started and just where it's going and what is, just unleash it all. What is Fashion Talk Tuesday?
Monica, you want to take this? Or you want me to take
Sure,
it?
sure, sure. I'll start and then we'll tie it all together.
Mhm.
So I myself, my name is Monika Thornton Lawrence. I am the co-host of Fashion Talk Tuesday, and me and Maisha met through fashion and also giving back to women in the community. Initially, we are both from separate areas. So I'm a Georgia girl, originally from Georgia, been in the Seattle area about 5 years.
Mhm.
And when I moved, I also am the founder of a nonprofit organization that helps women that are escaping domestic violence. And I utilize fashion as a tool to ensure that individuals that are experiencing domestic violence have a way to feel pretty from the inside out. And fashion is a
Mhm.
big part of that. And Maisha and I met to work on an event that Powerful Beginnings was hosting to give women that have been through domestic violence a new face, a new style, just a little bit of a makeover. And we worked with some local makeup artists and business owners in the area, and they poured into us. And Maisha slid in my DMs and said, "Hey,
I did.
yeah."
I was slide
Okay,
every
okay.
time.
And said, "Hey, how can we take this to the next level?" And I'll let her kind of give her vision of what Fashion Talk Tuesday was and how it came to be.
Yeah, so as Monica said, so I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been out here for 3 years now. And when I moved out here, and I'm so happy that we're talking about this topic because when I thought of Seattle, first of all, when my husband told me we were moving to Washington, I was thinking Washington, D.C. I was like, Washington, what Washington are you talking about? I had to literally pull out the maps, child, and look. And I'm like, no, like,
Very
what is
different.
in Washington?
Very different.
But I'm so happy that I'm here because everything happened for a reason. Everything happened in divine timing. And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I met Monica because, as she stated, when I first moved out here, I was on Instagram looking through hashtags, Seattle fashion, who's in Seattle, and she popped up. And I literally slid in her DMs, and we've been talking ever since then. And I'm so grateful for her. And I brought this idea to her for Fashion Talk Tuesday, and she was like, I'm totally down for it. And the rest is history. And it will be almost 1 year. Well,
Yes.
our 1 year anniversary is September 3rd that we've been
Yes.
doing this. So,
Oh, well,
yeah.
happy early anniversary.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
And
you.
also,
Yes.
I do want to touch on powerful beginnings, Monica, and
Mm,
Maisha.
yeah.
Thank you, one, for this incredible work that you're doing. I think I do know that domestic violence is one of the hardest spaces and places to find advocacy for, not
Yeah.
only in our legal system, but also you touched on the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of someone moving through an abusive situation such as that. I did want to now fan that out. I was kind of stalking both of y'all's Instagrams just to learn, and
Oh,
because
thank you.
again, like you talked about looking up fashion in Seattle. Both of y'all popped up for me, and I was like,
Oh,
I was like,
yes.
this anybody who got shades, Monique, anybody who got shades like that? I'm like, I'm trusting both of
Listen.
y'all. I'm trusting you guys. But Maisha, you said something so beautiful. I had to
Yes,
write it
thank
down.
you.
You said fashion has always been more than clothes for me. It's
Yes.
been my language, my art, my way of expressing what words couldn't. Now, I'm going to
Yeah,
ask you something kind of contradictory to your statement. How
absolutely.
has fashion been that language for you? And how has fashion served as an avenue for people that you've helped in domestic violence to find their voice again?
You know what? It's so crazy because I can honestly say, like, I've been into fashion ever since I was a little girl. I'm the youngest of six kids, so my older sisters, like, they inspire me with their fashions, and I just loved fashion ever since I was a kid. But what I can say is that since I moved out here, and that's why I say everything happens in divine timing, because I feel like since I've been out here, yes, I love fashion. Yes, I like to put pieces together, but I feel like I'm really starting to find what my purpose is when it comes to fashion, because I'm starting to dig deeper when it comes to fashion, because it's more than about looking good. It's about making yourself feel beautiful. Maybe if you're going through something, like for instance, the domestic violence aspect of it, a woman might forget who she is. Me being a mom, I had to go through that transition because I forgot who I was, and I had to, put myself back together. So putting those pieces together, making sure that you feel good, and when you look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
So it's not about, having the most expensive brands, but just feeling comfortable within your skin and what you're wearing. So I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah, fashion is everything to me. I love it. I love it. It makes me feel good. Like I wouldn't know where I would be without it, because you go through transitions when it comes to fashion, finding your own personal style, and just, loving who you are as a woman, as a person, period. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. I
Yes.
don't know if you want to touch on that too, Monika, but
Yeah.
very quickly.
A big part of what Fashion Talk Tuesday was the ability to see fashion from a different perspective. We're expats,
Exactly.
or what you want to call transplants, to the Seattle area. And a
Yeah.
lot of time people are like, oh, we don't see fashion. We wanted to change that. And in changing that and wanting to dig deeper into who Seattle is, what Seattle offers us, and
Yes.
trying to love the city that most people don't think that Black people are a part of, which actually that's a large history we can go back into a long time
Yes.
ago.
Hmm.
Okay. But but fashion is within us, and this fashion is within Seattle, and we've learned that through touching base, connecting, learning from so many designers that are in the Seattle area. And I love that you started asking about designers that are here, because more and more Black designers are coming to the
Yep.
Seattle area and being able
Listen.
to showcase who they are. And yes, I love that individuality is not thought of when it comes to Seattle, but you're right. When you go into Capitol Hill, you see people truly just wearing what they want to wear. And we
Yes.
want to know who those people are and what they're, how they're bringing their own individuality and energy to the fashion scene in Seattle.
Right.
Um, and I love that, because I honestly have felt my freest in my whole fashion journey in the Seattle area.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm from Georgia, but think the South. Think church hats, think church clothing,
Yeah.
think, button down suits, all
Yes.
that stuff.
Right.
And that's a beautiful part of that. And that helps form who I am in my fashion journey. When you
Mhm.
see me, it's a blazer. When you see me, it's a tie. When you see me, it's,
Listen.
yeah, it's a bold color, a
Yeah.
hat, whatever the case may be, because I have that Southern roots. But bringing it to Seattle allowed me to play with textures, allowed me to play with fishnet,
Yeah.
allowed me to play with different types of shoes and boots and puffer jackets and layering that I
Yeah.
did not get to do, because I did not have that, that little freedom that I think Seattle brings to the fashion scene. And
Exactly.
think now we're having art in the museum as fashion. Fashion
Mhm.
shows are happening more and more in museums in the Seattle area, because
Yes.
now we're utilizing um, a little bit of everybody. We're pulling everybody from different places and bringing it into one place, which
Yeah.
Seattle has done that. And when we tie it all together, Talk Tuesday has allowed us to honor that, has
Yeah.
allowed us to utilize the grace and space of Seattle to bring forth all the designers, all the fashionistas, all the creatives, tech fashion. I'm going to
Yes.
shout out the Chaya movement. I do it all the time. Sustainable fashion and
Yep.
textile waste, and understanding the educational aspect of fashion in the Seattle area. So
Yeah.
when it comes to being able to bridge it all together, when it
Yeah.
comes to having women show up like you can come in here today and say, hey, I don't normally do this, but this is what I want to
Yes.
honor myself today. And it's beautiful.
It's
And
beautiful.
it is,
Right.
and it's something that we fashion allows us to be who we want to be, and also should show a little bit of more of we are to other people.
And that's why, can I say something really quick? And that's why and that's why I said that everything is tying into each other, because we're both kind of discovering more of ourselves when it comes to fashion, just being here. So me meeting you and us coming together and building this platform for Fashion Talk Tuesday, like the girls are coming out of the woodworks, because at first we both were saying like there's no fashions here, but Seattle proved us wrong. Like
Yeah.
literally we had an event a couple of when was it last year that we did the
Hmm.
event, or was
It
it
was
the
earlier
beginning of
this
this
year.
year?
Yep,
Earlier
earlier
this
this year.
year, we did an event, and it was like a fashion little get together, and the girls came out and they slayed. So I was like, okay, Seattle do have some fashion sense. All right, okay. So I just feel like this platform is allowing us to come together not only as a community, but just knowing that the girls are here to slay, and they're going to show up and show out. So yeah,
As a born and raised Seattle, like that just warmed my whole mind, body, and spirit
yeah,
because a part of Hey Black Seattle, kind of a smaller facet, but we have local drip where we worked with like black photographers that were covering events. The biggest one was probably Afropunk came last summer,
Yeah, yeah.
and the looks around, I was like, oh no no no, like we got to cover it like it is an Afro
yeah,
punk. Like Ebony came, Bold came, and they're covering Seattle Afro punk. And we do get hit with the well, it's not like the New, and it's like we're not gonna be like New York, we're
exactly,
not gonna be like LA.
yeah,
But
No.
I just want to just celebrate y'all's openness and also embracing and really just your curiosity. Because I'm
yeah,
not gonna act like it's easy to find, especially if you're
yeah.
not from here.
Correct.
I
Correct.
did want to ask what brought y'all up here. That's my last question until because I want to respect your time. And this just flies
Oh no,
by.
we're
But
Oh, we
good.
can talk. Yeah, we can
We
talk.
can
We can
talk.
talk.
We can
you
talk.
Monika, you from Georgia, and
From Georgia.
Miesha, you from LA.
Yeah,
What brought y'all to Seattle?
I also work in tech, and tech
mm,
transplanted me and my family from Georgia to here about 5 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And then my husband, his job brought us here as well. So work, pretty much
Oh,
Yeah.
work.
that's
Yeah.
usually what it is. Like work. We got here because of work.
Exactly, exactly. It was, I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful state. I love it, but the weather, that's what I can't get over. But in like I don't know. I mean, not by choice, but I'm happy because I've met some amazing people, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, you come from LA, so I understand why you like the
Yeah.
weather. I'm like, I get it,
Listen.
I get it, I do. Our summers are great though. Our summers
Yeah,
are
the
all
summers are
Beautiful.
beautiful.
So
I wish it could
yeah,
beautiful.
be like
yeah,
that year round, but
yeah.
yeah.
I always say that, and then someone reminds me that, like, well, we wouldn't have our water things, all the things that I like about Seattle. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
Correct.
you're
true.
right. I
Correct.
guess it's like all the lush greenery. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, you
exactly. Right.
correct. You correct. Okay, okay. So we touched a little bit about events you guys have thrown. Your year
Yes.
anniversary is coming up. Did you want to plug any of? Are there any things coming? How can we stay in tune with y'all? What's the
Yes.
future plans for Fashion Talk Tuesday?
So I will first give a little bit about our page. I want to plug our page.
Please.
Yes,
Fashion Talk
please.
Tuesday is coming up on a
I'll put
year's
it on there.
anniversary of being able to highlight amazing fashionistas, designers, brands, sustainable textile and nonprofits in the area that are geared and rooted in fashion. And we host a talk every Tuesday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with local designers and people in the fashion industry and fashion professionals. But um, IG has started a new rule where you have to have 1,000 followers in order to
Yes.
go live. That has put a little bit of a halt to our weekly shows, and that has kind of allowed us to set back and say, hey, how can we build our platform? How can we connect more? And now is an opportunity for us to reach 1,000 followers so that we can
Yes.
continue our live, and then also transition that over to YouTube and other platforms that would allow us to build and scale from there, and also being able to get connections on the higher level. So
Right.
what I will ask is that everybody that's on this call today go over to Fashion Talk Tuesday and follow us. Follow us for more information. And in the interim, we are still highlighting amazing designers that you should know. And we just wrapped up a
Yes.
series that is dedicated to PNW designers that you should know. And we have a couple of events that we have coming up that we would love to talk about.
Yes.
Do you want to go over the events that we have coming up?
We have a fashion show that we're hosting, La Paisa. I'm sure you heard of La Paisa. brand?
I'm in that show. I just didn't know.
Okay,
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna see y'all there. I'm gonna see y'all there.
so
Yes, yes, yes.
we are hosting that show. It's October, what day is it again? My mind is
11.
everywhere. October
11.
11th.
Okay.
So we will be hosting that show. We also are doing a style workshop September. My brain, Monica, help me child.
So
September
September the 20th is hosted by Fashion District Northwest,
yes.
and it's going to be a style empowerment workshop that is
Yep.
dedicated and hosted by four stylists, ourselves, Fashion Talk Tuesday, Veronica and Carla, and they are other amazing stylists in the Seattle area. And
Yes.
we'll be teaching kind of a TED Talk style
Yeah.
workshop on how to get ready and prepare yourselves and have the pieces that you need to feel confident in your own personal journey in fashion. And so that's September 20th at 12 p.m. Get your tickets at Fashion District Northwest or
Yep.
on our Instagram page as well.
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I
Make sure you guys get your tickets.
get y'all's tickets. Did y'all hear them? We don't like to repeat ourselves, but I will repeat. Go to their page, and
Yeah.
it's you said Fashion District Northwest.
Yeah.
For Fashion District Northwest,
Mhm.
yes.
Fashion District Northwest to buy tickets there. Show up, show out. I did okay because I have to ask too because I have a little egg on my face. Because Hey Black Seattle, we just curated a list of Black designers out here in Seattle. But
Yes.
Maisha, you a whole designer. You
So
got your
yeah,
whole brand
I'm
that
I'm
you
I'm,
got your
I'm
whole
dibbling
brand, right?
dabbling, dibbling dabbling.
You can you tell us about your brand, how we can support your
Yes.
website?
Absolutely. So, guys, please, you can follow me at Merch Ave. So, I have a women's online boutique, which is Merch Ave. And then I have a unisex streetwear brand called 1988 by Merch Ave, which is, I only have three pieces so far, but it's kind of paying a homage to Los Angeles. Um, yeah, Merch Ave. I started Merch Ave back in 2019. So that's just a boutique where I offer fashion forward pieces for women who loves fashionable pieces at reasonable prices. I have a website, is linked in the bio if you guys want to shop with me. If you guys need any styling tips. Also, too, me and Monica, we do styling. So if you guys are having a problem with finding your personal style and you need help finding things, we're here. Just hit us up and we got you guys.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all hear that, right? We have things to do after this live. We have
Listen.
things to do. Uh,
Yes.
ladies, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I am so full. Thank you again from the work of not
Thank
of just
you.
approaching the fashion industry in a way of expanding it and deepening
Yes.
the love for it rather than just critiquing and or also just trying to get attention. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying attention is bad,
Yeah.
but I will say fashion has the more we have fast fashion, the less we actually understand it, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So your work is countering that. You're also uplifting while using your skills and pouring so much of your own time, money, energy into this. So I thank y'all, and I thank y'all for. I'm learning, man. People may not be from the city, but they come and they sure love on my city. So I
Listen,
We
thank
do
y'all
love the
for this.
city.
we do.
One last question before we go. I wanted to ask because I was reading Monica in I think it was Shout Out Atlanta or Atlanta Shout Out interview. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you talk like they asked you about, okay, we're going to Seattle for the weekend. What should we do? And your immediate response was, hey, black be black. And I was like, oh, she go. Like she texting. What was
Every
y'all's
time.
first? Like did not play. Like I was like,
Yes.
oh no. I was like, this is
As she
respect.
shouldn't.
This I like this. I like this a
Right.
lot. What was y'all's first experience of Black Seattle? If you want to say, hey, if you had a Hey Black Seattle moment, what was
I
that moment?
do, and I'm gonna plug them every time. My amazing friends, Sync Seattle,
Mm.
Denise and Derek Love.
Yes.
I came at a time into Seattle when 6 months before COVID happened, and we were like, we don't have a friends, we don't have community. I met Denise in a lounge, and she said, "Hey, I know you on from Instagram." I said, "I know you from Instagram. How can we, support?" And she said, "This is our ministry, is bringing people together." I have met in a beautiful communal community of people, leaders, professionals, movers and shakers, and just dynamic people in the Seattle area through them, from Seattle and not from Seattle. And it has been an amazing opportunity to build the connections we have through there, just the love and ministry that they have through Sync Seattle. So That was my first initial. Second was Africa Town's events
Yes.
on Juneteenth. And it just, when I said, who are all these Black people in Seattle?
Listen.
The restaurants, the mom and pop places, the people that are truly here and been here and staying rep for Seattle from top to bottom. It's been a beautiful experience. And
Yeah.
I think Seattle, most people are like, do you really love Seattle? I do love Seattle because Seattle has showed me so much love and
Yeah.
poured into me and had me create things that I didn't know was in me while being here and meeting some amazing people. So hey, I love
Yes.
Seattle.
The main thing I can say is surrendering and what else did I want to say? Surrendering and again, divine alignment. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to come here, but if I would have never came here, I would have never met, the community that I'm starting to learn more about. So I'm happy that I'm here and I'm grateful for the community that I'm building around myself because it's a beautiful sight to see. And everybody, since we don't see too many Black people, I can honestly say a lot of the Black people out here are welcoming, they support. And it's amazing to see because you don't really see that too much because a lot of the times we're tearing each other down, but I haven't really seen that out here. So I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, thank you for
You're
loving on my
welcome.
city.
Yes.
It's our city. I don't know why I say my, but it's
Yeah.
our city. No,
Okay.
to just cap that on a divine alignment. We are sitting in someone who answered a divine call, a divine alignment moment, and that is
Yes.
Miss Keisha. Anytime I can give Miss Keisha B3
Yes.
her
Thank
flowers,
you,
I
Keisha.
will.
Yes, Keisha
That is
is
what Hey Black
so
Seattle.
dynamic.
We gonna
Yeah,
do.
we love her. We love her.
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
And this was what it was birthed out of, that she had this divine call and she answered it. And
Yes.
so it only makes sense for us to be connected here through divine alignment and answering the call. So I do want to give now extend it to flowers to y'all to
Thank
finish up
you.
this interview. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time and your energy. And just, I'm excited to see y'all again
Yes. We
at
gotta
La
meet in
Paisa.
person.
La Pisces.
Have you guys met in person, Monica?
Una.
No, you two. Have you guys met in person?
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna meet each other at the fashion show.
Yes, I met Miss
Yes.
Keisha in person. She is
Yes.
the
We met Keisha.
brainchild that has allowed us to learn so much more about Hey Black Seattle. And when I say
Yeah.
through this website and through her posts on this page, I've learned so many different amazing vendors that to get my hair done, to shop, to
Yeah.
eat.
The necessities. The necessities.
Listen.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
We love her. We love her. We're gonna get our Keisha B t-shirts very soon.
Yes.
Yes.
All
Well,
Okay.
right.
we
With that being
appreciate this.
said,
Thank you
thank
so
y'all
much.
so much.
Yes.
Enjoy your night. Safe travel, safe moving.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay. And until next time. Oh, y'all, follow
Yeah.
Fashion Talk Tuesday for your
Please.
friends.
We put it in the comments. I'm putting it in one more time before we get
One
out
more
of here.
time. One more time for the
Please.
people. All
We
right.
need we need what 65 followers before we reach 1,000. So please follow us.
Almost there.
We need
Tell
the
your
support.
friends. Share, y'all. Share, share, share.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
And on
right.
Thank you
Thank
that
so much.
note,
you. We
thank
appreciate you.
you.
Thank you for sharing your platform with us. You and Keisha. Thank you so much. You guys have a
Thank
great
you
night.
all.
That's what we're here for. You have a great
Yes.
night, okay?
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Rod.
Bye
Bye.
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 All right. Good night, y'all.